What is going on, everyone? I am AJ of AJREACTS2, and I hope everybody's having a great night. We are going to get into monthly movie talk. It is the month of August. It's towards the end. We've seen a lot of movies. We have had a lot of news, so we're gonna break those down. We're gonna talk about them, and yeah, it should be a fun night. So let's go. Yo, Matt, I had you on here already. But yeah, what's going on, man? Thank you.
Hey, it's a pleasure to be here. AJ, you caught an audible. Make sure get someone else, and you always got me. So I'm here. Can't wait to talk about some top. Yeah, we got some topics to talk about. So I'm excited. But once again, thanks AJ for thinking of me and putting me in here.
For sure. And we have a lot to talk about tonight. So I'm going to kind of make the intro quick. And then we're going to talk about, I have a few comments. Tony Movie Chappie, can't wait. I'm excited to talk about our topics too. Thank you for stopping by the chat. Luke Ponto, what's up, my dudes? What is going on?
What's going on?
The Free Guy logo. All right, so moving on to our first topic, the No Way Home teaser trailer.
Finally, it's real.
Bro, it's real. I could hardly believe that it was real. What were your thoughts going into it, watching it? What were your overall thoughts about the No Way Home teaser trailer?
Well, I was too excited that I caught myself watching the leak the day before. I did myself a disservice.
I have a question about that. I got a question about that. The leaked trailer, was it the same trailer that we saw?
It's the same trailer, but you can't see much. Audio is obviously bad. And the FX were not even done yet. So that leak was like months ago.
Ooh.
There's a lot of whole conspiracy about it. Some people are saying that Sony actually leaked it themselves. And there's a lot of more other leaks in there too.
I feel like they might have. I feel like they might have to get
traction.
To build, to build anticipation, to build, whatever. It was a whole lot of buzz about it that Sunday, and then Monday they dropped it. So I don't know. It might have been Sony that leaked it, or Marvel, MCU, Disney. I don't know, but I was so pumped. I felt like when I was watching it, I felt like I was outside of my own body watching the trailer because I was so like excited for it, and like all the anticipation, all the speculation, about the multiverse and all that. I was so pumped. So I had to go back and watch it like 1,000 more times. I've probably seen it like literally like 50 times all the way through. And I wanted to ask you, what did you feel about like this teaser? Because I feel like it gave a little bit more than like the typical teasers that we usually get. It felt like a full-on trailer a little bit.
It did, but it didn't show kind of like the big stuff. So what they really showed was the stuff that got confirmed already, right?
Yeah.
We got confirmed from the big trades that Benedict Cumberbatch as Doctor Strange is returning in this film, and Alfred Molina is returning as Doc Ock. So they showed the stuff that got confirmed. A little bit of Jamie Foxx lightning. They didn't try to highlight too much.
Yeah, we didn't see his face.
Yeah, we didn't see his face, but we got the Goblin Bomb. We know who that is.
Yes.
And
we got the ha.
That is so. I cannot wait. Like
chilling, bro.
Like the Maguire movies are everything for me. That's what I came off of Spider-Man. Majority of it.
Same here.
And it's like, wow, it's like we're going back to that, to this kind of like era of Spider-Man that's truly the best, with the Raimi films.
Yeah. True.
This and just talk about the trailer so far. The identity stuff, it doesn't look like they're brushing it off.
No, yeah,
and I was scared that they will. They'll probably make some type of clumsy joke, brush it off. Because his last two films in the MCU, they brush off a lot of moments, especially Far From Home. And this one's gonna take its time.
I feel like, and in the series, the Disney Plus series that they've released, they've kind of brushed some things off too.
A little bit, yeah. More of that's like rush, productions, right?
Yeah,
It's
true.
all COVID related, but like this right here is like it feels more ambitious. Some of these shots though, like that I hate when MCU movies are gray. Like add some more color to them, Like look at that shot with the Iron Spider. Like that looks so boring. Like the cinematography doesn't look the best. And I was telling myself like the MCU, they don't
Like
have like
which one?
the go all the way to the top, the Iron Spider.
Like this one right here.
It looks like boring. Like look at that. Like
the background.
It just looks like CG. That's all it looks like. You know what I'm saying? It's great.
Yeah.
And I was telling myself,
I can see that.
The MCU, they're not very cinematic when it comes to their cinematography at times.
That's true. That's true. I think some are better than others for sure. But I don't know. I'm pumped for this film. I'm excited. Let's see what folks are saying. I got a few comments. How you guys been doing lately? I've been pretty good. I've been pretty good. Thank you, Tony. Yeah, busy for sure. Luke Ponto. I'm honestly not as hyped as everyone else for No Way Home. Yeah, I would have to respectfully disagree. I am extremely hyped, especially after this teaser trailer. I'm very excited. AK Watch. Hey, gents, what's going on? AK, thank you for stopping by. I personally love the trailer, Tony says. Yes, me too. AK Watch says, hey, chat. Tony says, and what's great about it is that Spider-Man No Way Home smashes into Avengers Endgame levels of viewership. Yeah, it's as far as the trailer is concerned, it surpassed the 24-hour view count. Yeah, as the end game trailer. So that was wild.
I mean, think about it this way: this trailer has been rumored to release weeks, and people are talking about it every week. Oh, when is this trailer going to release? Right,
multiple times, yes.
And we finally get it, and so far, not disappointing. I think we all know what we're really in for this movie for, and that's the Raimi stuff. Some of Garfield fans, but I still think this MCU Spider-Man. Not horrible. I still like it because it is Spider-Man, but I feel like in this film, they're addressing issues with previous MCU Spider-Man films, and they're actually going to tackle it on head first. So that's a good thing.
Yeah, true. Tony says, and I believe that Spider-Man No Way Home will probably make about $1 billion at the box office, even in the pandemic. I don't know.
You know what? I won't disagree on that because right now I checked on my phone that the Fast and Furious just cracked into 700 million worldwide, and now it's Fast and Furious. That's family.
Yeah, that's Fast and Furious. Yeah, Fast 9.
Yeah,
especially
Fast 9. So this movie, the way how it's going so far, and by December, hopefully, stuff gets cleared up. Who knows? But
yeah, more folks are seeing it in the theaters. Well, it's not going to drop on Premier Access, so they have to see it in the theaters or wait for physical media for the physical disc or on digital. AK Watch says, I'm definitely hyped for it. We're blowing the multiverse wide open, and I'm here for it. I'm excited too.
Now I got some kind of like theories, or like I was never a fan of like a multiverse Spider-Man movie, right? I felt like it was too early, especially for this Spider-Man, but it's actually real. Like we're actually doing it. Like, dude, we're gonna see Maguire and Garfield. Like it's actually real, and you know what? Like it works within the context of the MCU right now. What's going on?
True.
Now
they were leading up to it. They were leading up to it for a minute.
I think the MCU right now, they're trying to get you comfortable with the idea of multiverse for a while, but even Far From Home, they kind of brought that idea up. Just toss out the name multiverse, get the audience, used to it.
Yeah.
What if?
And then we got Spider-Verse, Into the Spider-Verse, which is an animated film, but it kind of gets that, that concept in folks' minds. And then we got Loki with variants and things like that. So people, for sure,
a WandaVision too. They had us halfway through. They were like, "Oh, this is multiverse." It wasn't, Yeah. So they're getting us comfortable, and just the whole kind of like how it's here, how it's been kind of like done. Because I think in the trailer, right, Doctor Strange helping out Spider-Man, it's like it's janky. Like this is the same Doctor Strange that told Tony Stark, if I'm gonna save you, I won't save you or the kid if it's in the faith of the universe. But no, this guy gives a wink. Like it's a little janky.
I feel like they've been through things together though.
Yeah,
being Blip will change a guy.
It will, but I mean, Strange. Why would he want to sacrifice that? And Wong told him, my boy Wong, told him, "Hey, don't do it."
He told him,
but no, Strange. Like, so we'll see in the context.
I think that might be part of it too. Like,
it could be part.
Can't nobody tell me what to do. Because I can do what I want to do. I'm sorcerer. I'm a sorcerer supreme. Like like that. So
yeah, Strange is like the Tony Stark. Ignorant, full of himself sometimes.
True.
But I feel like he's already been through that. But we got to see the film to really judge. But a bit janky. Okay. A little bit.
Okay, I can see that. For sure. Luke Ponto says, I am more hyped for Eternals. Wow. I think that might be a little bit of a hot take.
Nah, I think Eternals is gonna be a better made film.
Oh,
like it's gonna have more. It's gonna have more kind of like class to it, if that makes sense.
I mean, like more hype though. The hype level for Spider-Man. The hype level for Spider-Man.
The hype is
unmatched
through the roof for Spider-Man. but Eternals,
I might agree with you there. Eternals might be a little bit better made.
Yeah,
we don't know these characters as well. And
less pressure.
I don't know. Yeah, less pressure for sure. Yeah.
This movie has a lot of pressure.
Yeah. AK Watch says Q&A. Do y'all think that the portal Wong went through was him going to the tournament in Shang-Chi?
Who knows?
I mean, it could be.
Here's the thing too with the trailer. You notice that throughout the seasons, Spider-Man's going through this issue. When he was there and he saw the little wizard thing, right? It kind of looked like a vampire. It's
like Halloween.
Yeah. And then Christmas time, Doctor Strange's house is snowy. So they're playing through the seasons. And I don't know where this lines up in the timeline of the MCU because, me seeing Shang-Chi, they didn't make it obvious there too. So
yeah. Okay. All right. AK Watch says, I think Eternals will be really good. I'm looking forward to it. I think it's going to be pretty good too.
I think it's going to be good. Yeah.
I think it's going to be good. I have more hope in it. I didn't really have much hope in it just watching the first trailer. I didn't see the second trailer. I don't think I'm going to watch it. I'm going to kind of go in a little bit blind.
That second trailer, there was a moment with a certain character
that's what I hear. That's what I hear, but like I don't want to see it until I see it in the theaters. You know what I'm saying?
I'm going to do that. I'm going to do that for one of these upcoming MCU movies. Like I think I'm going to do it for Thor because I have less anticipation for it. I'm just not going to watch no trailers, no posters, no marketing, and just go in there fresh. See how it does.
Yeah, and I'm going to do that for Spider-Man 2. Even though I saw the first teaser trailer, I'm not going to watch any more of the trailers just to kind of be fresh. If they show like Toby or Andrew,
that's going to ruin it.
I will hate that. I hate that already, just like in my mind. But anyway, moving on to our next topic because we could stay on this all night long. The Venom delay rumor, it was debunked today.
Yeah.
That it was like we had some news that it was delayed until like January or something.
Yeah.
Like, and then today it was like, nah, just kidding. It's gonna stay October 15th. But like, did you care that it was gonna be pushed back to January? Or
no? I'm being honest. I actually do want to watch this movie. Before going into No Way Home, just maybe with the context. Maybe Sony, the Sony-verse, whatever, right? They want
they changed it to like the Sony-verse, Spider-Man cinematic universe.
I don't know what it was before, and there was like Marvel characters. Like, no, you don't have Marvel characters.
Right.
I don't know why they can't just call it Spideyverse, like something like that.
They can't. Yeah, they should definitely do that because it like all these characters are revolving around
Spider-Man.
Yeah. So.
Well, Venom is not.
Venom is the Spider-Man's villain.
This Venom doesn't.
That's true, but like
this Venom is fundamentally broken. This Eddie Brock does not work. Like how let's talk about the delay first, and then we'll talk about Venom, right?
Mm-hmm.
I actually want to see this. Going into No Way Home. I think Sony, they want the context to be, a timeline for them, whatever, right? Cameos, Easter eggs, whatever. But yeah, I'm fine with this. If it was in January, then I'll be fine with it too. But
that's what I'm saying. I feel like it would be fine if it was pushed back to January, even though it's not. But you know, there's a lot coming out in October, and if it was released in January, I think it would have opened up the slate a little bit more. But we got some watching to do in October, us film geeks. But yeah, like Venom, I feel like I'm not even really excited for this film.
I'm not excited either.
Like I didn't care about the first one. Like when I saw it in the theaters, it was good. I enjoyed it, but then I watched it when I picked it up on 4K, and I was just like, I don't really care about the movie. It's kind of garbage. The second one, I haven't seen the trailer for it. I'm not gonna watch the trailer for it. I'm gonna go in blind and watch it, and hopefully it gives us a little bit more than what we got with the first one. But I don't know. Release in October, release in January. Doesn't matter.
One thing I was bringing up is Eddie Brock is this. How can you force that connection with Peter Parker? Majority of Venom, Eddie Brock's motivations come from Peter Parker to stem the resentment against him. You know, what is this Eddie Brock is? Like, he's an anti-hero.
He's an anti-hero.
I don't like that. I kind of
But like he's also kind of a hero as well. So like I don't know. I don't know what they're trying to do with this character. I don't know if they know what they're trying to do with this character.
No, I don't think they I don't think they do. Like the designs and all that, they look cool. Tom Hardy as Eddie Brock, kind of a miscast, to be honest with you. Like I don't think he looks like the best Eddie Brock to get. I mean, he's a little bit short, but I
don't think Eddie Brock is like super tall. He's more. I feel like he in the comics and the cartoon, he was like more muscular. He was like a little bit more buff, a little bit more jacked. But
maybe just the way how they have Tom Hardy as Eddie Brock, like it's kind of like the skater guy in a way. Kind of like
I feel like they kind of modernized them a little bit. They kind of Amazing Spider-Man them.
They did, but just going back on this, like Andy Serkis. I mean, I don't want to discuss, but Andy Serkis is directing this this movie, right? And I feel like he would have more artsy, have more of a taste than whoever was directing the first one. It looks like the exact same movie. But
it does. It really does. I mean, I haven't seen it, but I've seen like little clips here and there, little promos here and there, and I'm just like, it doesn't seem like there's any difference from the first one. But that's from what I've seen, which is very little, so I can't really speak too much on it.
It could be fire. Maybe that's the plan.
Yo, if it's fire, I will be happy. But I don't know if I have too much hope in that. Tony says, the thing that intrigues me is that it would be interesting to see how they use Sinister Six in this. I don't know if they're gonna do.
I think he's talking about No Way Home.
Right, he's talking about No Way Home. I don't know if they're gonna do Sinister Six. They might be kind of forming it a little bit, but like not in its completion. If that makes sense.
Right.
Luke says, you want another hot take? I'm more excited for Let There Be Carnage than No Way Home. All right, Luke.
You know what? I can understand, because Carnage looks like dumb fun, right? It just looks like a bunch of eye candy on the screen, bunch of mishmash. Maybe you want to go in for some fun, but I can't do myself that disservice of being like, turn off your brain to Venom. When one of Marvel characters I enjoy throughout the history. He has rich history, really. With that connection with Spider-Man. I can't do that to this movie. I can't. But I understand where he's coming from. I can see it.
I guess I can see it.
Maybe because there's a minority of people who don't like MCU Spider-Man.
Well, yeah, I can. Yeah, if you're going that route, yeah, I can see that too, because MCU Spider-Man is written a little wonky.
It's like wonky.
His villains are a little not quite his villains, more Iron Man's villains. And
they're great though. Yeah. I agree with that.
They are great. I will admit they are great, but like
I actually like what they did with Mysterio. Not the whole motivations of Tony Stark, but just the whole kind of like drone stuff is like, dude, he's wearing I agree. A mocap suit. I was like, wow, that's so genius.
Like, wow. I agree with that. Like, I enjoy all the drone stuff.
The motivations is
the motivation is like where it gets me.
A little bit, yeah.
Other than that, MCU Spider-Man is decent. I like Tom Holland. But yeah, so Venom: Let There Be Carnage is releasing October 15th officially. I don't think it's going to get delayed again, but we'll see. Stranger Boy says Tom Hardy is still better Venom than Topher Grace. That goes without saying.
Yeah, I will say this before we get into this topic, right? Because I actually have a response to Stranger Boy's comment.
Okay.
I heard a thing that they want to see how Shang-Chi does.
Mm-hmm.
If Shang-Chi doesn't do numbers, well, with Disney, this is what they're talking about right now. If that doesn't do numbers, Eternals is getting pushed, and maybe Sony's going to peek over there and say, oh, maybe if that's not doing numbers, Marvel Studios, what makes us think that, this is going to do numbers? So they might potentially, it still can get delayed. That's what every movie nowadays.
Any movie has the potential to get delayed, even if it's like set in stone.
Yeah. It's just so tough,
Yeah, it's very annoying. But I'm glad that we're actually getting movies now.
Yeah,
we weren't getting movies last year, so.
No. But to go back to Stranger Boy's comment, I got a hot take. Tom Hardy is a better actor, Venom, I guess.
Yeah.
But I think Topher Grace's Venom is better than Tom Hardy's Venom.
All right, I respect it.
Real.
I respect it.
It felt more like a traditional Eddie Brock Venom to me. His motivation.
Well, his motivation for sure.
It was Topher Grace and the whole alien stuff. It was the whole I don't know what he was, a velociraptor. Like it was kind of whack, and he looked whacked in it.
Yeah.
But
do you feel like if Tom Hardy played that character, it would be better?
Fire.
Okay.
Because his motivations was right. That's you can't have Venom without Spider-Man. You just can't do it.
I feel like I agree with that. I agree with that wholeheartedly. And it was very interesting that they wanted to do this as a solo film without Spider-Man.
Right.
I just don't get that, but it is what it is. Tony Movie Chappie says, honestly, I don't think this movie will get delayed just with all the marketing and promotion that Sony did. And plus, didn't Sony announce that Venom 2 is not getting delayed again? Yeah, they mentioned that it wasn't going to be delayed to that January date. That was just a rumor or whatever, but it still might be delayed. You never know. Know. Like if this Delta variant, lock stuff down, we're not going to get any more movies for the rest of the year. Or things will start going back to VOD. Just depends on the state of the world. Luke says Topher Grace Venom felt more rushed than Tom Hardy's. Yeah,
it did.
I can see that.
Yeah, he felt forced in that movie.
He felt a little forced.
The motivations it fit better for it's Venom. That's his motivation.
That's his story. Yeah,
that's his story.
That's Eddie Brock's story.
What's Tom Hardy's story? I'm a journalist. Talking to that. I don't know why they brought back that Michelle Williams chick, forcing that connect. They have no chemistry at all. I don't know what they're trying to do with that.
She's gonna be in the new one.
She's in the new one.
Ooh, okay.
So
well,
I don't know if that's a spoiler or not, but
no, it's not a spoiler. It's just I didn't know, but that's fine. Michelle Williams. Okay. Stranger Boy says, do you think it's dumb how Venom is in the same week as Halloween Kills? Yeah, I feel like that's not a smart move.
Now which one are you watching first?
Oh, I'm definitely watching Halloween Kills first. Definitely. But I probably will see Venom that same weekend or that week. So,
right.
I mean, but not everybody's going to be doing that. Not everybody's going to be going to the movies 2-3 times that weekend. So, but also Halloween Kills is rated R, and this I believe is PG-13. So you can bring your family or whatever to Venom, but I don't know if you can really bring your family to Halloween. I mean, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
So I feel like Venom might be fine for its target audience, but I don't know. Stranger Boy also says, that's my opinion, Matt. I respect it. Nice. Tony says, yeah, you could be right about that, AJ. Yep. SBC Bird in the building. What's going on, Austin? Thank you for stopping by the chat, my dude. So moving on, we talked about Venom enough. Let's move on to this next news. Idris Elba is gonna play Knuckles in the next Sonic film. How'd you feel about the Sonic film? Did you enjoy it?
I enjoyed it, yeah.
Okay.
Majority of it comes from the redesigns. That's the
Yeah,
biggest thing.
for
But
sure.
It's a solid film. Like, it's a solid family film. It sets up some great stuff for the character, and I'm excited to see more. But this one, we're gonna get Tails. We got Knuckles here with Idris Elba. Now I got a question. Will you want him to do the British accent for Knuckles?
No, you can't do a British accent.
But I don't think it's even an accent. It's just like the way how he speaks.
I mean, I think it is an accent. I think it's an accent. He's from the UK, so like I feel like it's an accent, and I feel like I want him to do his American accent as Knuckles, because I think it would just kind of take us out of that world if he does a British accent for Knuckles. But I think they're gonna have him do an American accent, and I can't see it. I can't see it. I can't hear it.
Idris as Knuckles?
Idris as Knuckles. I can't see it or hear it, but like once it's on screen, I feel like it'll mesh well. But I just can't imagine it for some reason. But I like it.
See that.
Yeah. I want to see Idris in more stuff. I think he's a tremendous actor, so I want to see him in more things and more leading roles and things like that. And then I got another photo.
It kind of fits a little bit.
It kind of fits a little bit. But yeah, anyway, moving on to Cobra Kai gets a season 4 gets a December release date. I don't think we have a date for Cobra Kai season 4. But
do we?
Correct me if I'm wrong, but
no, I don't think so.
I don't think we have an actual date, but we do have the month. So we're gonna get another season of Cobra Kai in 2021. What do you feel about that? Are you all caught up? Do you love the show? Do you hate it?
Yeah, I'm caught up. And it's like it's just kind of amazing how this show had a season in January and a season in December. So to tell them of both ends of the year. So that's insane. I don't know if a show has ever done that.
I mean, some shows do that, but like
it's insane.
Usually not Netflix series.
Yeah. So that tells you with the show that the budget's there and all that.
Yeah, it's kind of interesting to me though, because like there was a whole lot of things going on in 2020, with the obviously with COVID and things like that. So they might have wrote both seasons at the same time and shot them at different times, but like pretty close together. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So they can release 2 seasons in 1 year. But yeah, like one we're getting at the beginning of the year, one we're getting at the end, which is not like super mind blowing, but I feel like this doesn't usually happen. We don't usually get 2 seasons of like Netflix series, and I really hope that it's not rushed. That's the biggest thing for me.
That's the reason why I brought it up. Is like, don't you think it's kind of rushed?
But like I said, like they might have written both seasons like kind of at the same time, and they shot them in different.
They're not heavy on the CGI.
So that's true.
That's fine.
That's true.
But I cannot wait for the season. I mean, this is shaping up to be the best season of Cobra Kai. If we're being honest, like there's so many interesting kind of storylines going on, and just like matchups and like characters meeting for the first time or more interacting for the first time. Cannot wait to see how Hawk and Daniel interact. Him teaching balance, and Miguel, the new modern Karate Kid with Daniel, the original Karate Kid, Johnny and Daniel. That's all this
teaming up.
This is gonna be exciting. I cannot wait for this.
It's gonna be dope. I'm excited for it too. I'm not as crazy. I'm not as crazy interested in Cobra Kai as a lot of people are, but I do enjoy the show. I do enjoy it. Whenever it comes out, I watch it. I do like spoiler talks about it or whatever, but I don't think I'm like quite on the hype train as everybody else, like creating their own channels and stuff. I respect it. I know Shamoon has it. There's Cobra Kai Maniac. So many people out there. So many of my buddies have awesome channels dedicated to this show. I wish I was just as hyped as they are about it, but I have a lot more comments here. Let's I feel like I keep getting behind on the comments. I don't want to miss you guys. All right. I already read that. I wish it kind of told you where you left off. Kind of lost it. Okay. And okay. Here we go. SBC Bird says Sonic was awesome. I love Idris Elba as an actor. I'm pretty excited to see him in the role as Knuckles. Yeah, me too.
Yeah,
me too. I am excited to see it. I'm kind of a little skeptical, but not like in a negative way. Just kind of like proceeding with caution.
I think it's gonna be fine. It's
MCU is woke. All right.
Yeah.
AJ troll in the chat.
Yeah, hey, that's right. No, you hit it big, AJ. 1,000 subscribers a couple months ago, and you got a first troll in there. You hit it big.
Yeah. I'm watching Cobra Kai for the first time in November. Okay. Enjoy it.
You're watching the wait, Stranger Boy, you're watching the entire show in November?
Have you seen any of it? Netflix is doing their first trailer event, I think. Yeah, I don't know. Have you seen any of it, Stranger Boy?
Is that is not saying Stranger Boy probably has time to see it, but it's like, don't you want to get into the fun of speculating before season 4? I did my homework this entire season, this entire year, the beginning of the year, and now I can join these conversations of speculating.
You felt left out.
Yeah, I feel left out.
Bit. Now you can get in there and talk about it. Yeah, it's a good show. I enjoy the show for sure. SBC Bird says I've only seen the original film and the next Karate Kid. I saw Karate Kid 1 and 2. I don't think I've seen the third one.
I've seen all 3. I think you have to watch the third one to get this one.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I'll probably do that before it comes out. I love the first Karate Kid. Part 2 was solid. 3 was bad. Next Karate Kid was okay. And the remake wasn't bad. I actually kind of enjoyed the remake, even though it wasn't the same.
It wasn't Karate Kid. It was like something else, right?
It wasn't. I mean, it was karate. I mean, it was called Karate Kid. But like he learned Kung Fu. It wasn't karate.
Kung Fu Kid.
It was Kung Fu Kid in all actuality.
But
I don't know. I thought it was cool. I wish I could stick around longer, bro, but I got to get to bed, work early. Have a great stream, gents. Cheers. Thank you so much, Austin, for stopping by. I appreciate you, man. Stranger Boy says, okay, I'll watch it in October. Okay. I never seen any of the Karate Kid movies. You should definitely check out the first one at least.
The thing though is like these Cobra Kai channels, some of them, they're kind of history with it. Some of their videos they made, they said they never even watched Karate Kid before getting into Cobra Kai.
I mean, I knew that. That's
so
crazy.
I was like, is Cobra Kai is a great show, right? I understand that, but is it like, what is the big draw from it?
Honestly, I couldn't tell you. We will have to ask some of the folks with the channel.
Have to ask that. That's a good question.
Because the reason why I started watching it is because I have nostalgia for the films, So
right,
like I guess it's bringing in viewers that haven't even seen the films, which is crazy. That's awesome.
Yeah, that is.
But
when it was in YouTube,
I can't relate. That's when I started watching it, when it was on YouTube, and because I was into it, but. I don't know. It was really nostalgia driven for me. All right, so moving on to the next topic, we got Curb Your Enthusiasm season 11 releases in October. Have you seen any Curb Your Enthusiasm?
I love Curb.
Me too. I love Curb as well. It's a hilarious series, and I haven't seen all the seasons, but
I've seen the recent ones.
I skipped seasons here and there. I've actually, when we got this news about season 11 dropping in October, I started watching season 2 because I skipped season 2. But I watched like season 1, 3, 4, like 7, 8, 9, 10. Like I kind of skipped around. But Season 2 is I hadn't seen, so I started watching
Now,
that. I'm kind of catching up before.
yeah, I'm gonna ask this question
Season.
because I remember you were saying at one time,
Yeah,
Seinfeld was one of your favorite sick. Was it one of your
it
favorite
wasn't.
sitcoms?
It wasn't me
It
saying
wasn't
that.
you. I think you said something about Jerry Seinfeld. I think he was funny or anything, or
I don't think
everything
Jerry
else was
Seinfeld.
funny.
I don't think Jerry Seinfeld is very funny. In the series, I think he does some funny things, but like him as a actor, I don't
Yeah,
think he's hilarious. Larry David, on the other hand, I think he's like
right.
one of the funniest men alive.
And he wrote that show. He did that
Yeah,
show,
he
and
co-created it. Yeah, he wrote
yes.
it, co-created it, and yeah, now he has this series that's been going on since like '99 or something like that, since the
Yeah,
'90s.
you could tell this show. He just wakes up in the morning, just shoot a couple scenes and get it done. And it's a random show. It's a funny show. It's
Very random. It's not
it,
about really anything specific. Just
nothing
a
at
day in the
all. Just
life.
day in the life. It's geniusly kind of like written, how like stuff ties in, and stuff gets involved, and you see cameos from Hollywood actors, which is great. I like when it's like meta in itself, and it's overall it's a good show. I don't remember the last season, like when it came out, because I know
It was
breaks.
2020. It was 2020.
2020.
The beginning before like everything with COVID happened. It was the beginning of 2020. Yeah. So I believe this is what I've heard. Season 11 is going to be post-pandemic. Like what's going to happen inside of the series, it's going to be post-pandemic. So like I think there'll be like some references, but it won't be like in it. Yeah, I don't think it'll be like in it. You know what I'm saying? I don't think they're going to be wearing masks or anything like that.
They might be wearing masks. They might be a joke about Larry David not knowing how to put his mask on, right, or something like that.
Yeah, I think they were saying that they want to shy away from the pandemic jokes and stuff like that, kind of like be progressive with it.
Right.
So yeah, like I'm excited for this season. I did watch last season. And that's when I really got into the show, was season 10. So I'm pumped for this season. One of my favorite comedies of all time. Tony says, I sadly never seen Curb Your Enthusiasm. Hey, at least give like a few episodes a try.
And it's not a hard watch.
It's not a hard watch. It's very easy, very bingeable. Like if you're into it, like if you like the comedy, if you're into that type of comedy, it's so bingeable, so easy to watch. So definitely check it out. Talking Cobra Kai, what's up?
What's going on? Talking Cobra. Now here you go. Talking Cobra Kai. I guess we can ask this question to Cobra Kai.
Yeah.
What is the biggest draw for Cobra Kai?
Yeah, like what drew you in for watching the show? Did you watch Karate Kid growing up, or is it just you haven't watched any of the Karate Kids before Cobra Kai? Yeah, we're interested.
I'd love to get your pick on that. Yeah,
for sure. So moving on to next order of business, we got a name for the new Matrix film, Resurrections. Have you seen any Matrix films?
I seen the first one. I gotta keep up with the other ones. I remember seeing the second one, but it's been a while. I never seen the third one.
I haven't seen the second one or the third one, so I might do like a first time watch for those. For like it's a a video series or something like that. I don't know, or maybe even a watch along.
Yeah, the trailer actually popped up yesterday in CinemaCon, and I read some descriptions of it. And it sounds kind of lame. Like it sounds kind of like more meta in this one. I don't know. I don't want to get too much into it, but we know that Keanu Reeves is back, and love me some Keanu Reeves. But
yes,
I don't know, man. Like, do we need another Matrix movie? Like, they have 3. They got progressively worse.
Yeah, that's what I hear.
So
I don't know. Like, I don't know if we really need it, but I don't know. I think a lot of things have been nostalgia driven lately. And
that's
especially films. So like they said, why not make another Matrix movie? We're gonna make money on it,
Right.
So they got everybody back, and Morpheus is not back, right?
I think he is.
Oh, is he? Okay.
I think and then he got dude who played Black Manta. What's his name? Yamir. I forgot. Do you know his name? The guy who played Black Manta and Aquaman.
I do.
He's in it too.
Okay.
And someone else. Who knows? I don't know. Not too excited for this one, to be honest. I'll watch it.
I haven't seen the second or third one, so I definitely have to catch up before I see this one, the fourth one. But yeah, I think I'm pretty excited for it. I enjoy the first one for what it's worth. But yeah, hopefully it's good. Yeah. So moving on to Black Canary is getting a spinoff film to drop on HBO Max. What do we think about this? Do we care for this character in Birds of Prey? Do we want a Black Canary movie? Should we be getting Man of Steel 2 instead?
I told you, AJ, I'm done with that whole kind of like grudge to them. Just make films for DC, whatever. Okay. Do I want a Man of Steel 2? In a heartbeat, right? But right. Black Canary, she was fine in Birds of Prey. Like she was not very comic accurate. Yeah. But of course, with the DC movies, when they get different writers, different directors, they're just completely different characters at times. So I'm excited for this. I think the biggest thing is that it's on HBO Max, so not really spending that hard-earned money to go watch it in theaters. And do I really want to go do that for Black Canary? If Birds of Prey was a huge hit, like for me, and all the characters hit, and these characters were very interesting, I'll be like, yeah, I'm interested in Black Canary. But it didn't leave me with a good impression.
Okay.
I thought, if anything, because I still need to go back and watch that. But I thought, if anything, I thought the most interesting and cool character was Huntress. I like Huntress, and
I agree. I would agree with that. I would probably want to see a Huntress film over a Black Canary film. But I'll take both.
I'll take it.
If Black Canary has a film, if Huntress gets a film, I'll probably be more excited about that. But I'm watching it. I'm watching that too. But anyway, moving on. Moving on to our non-spoiler talk for the films that we've kind of been watching this month. And the first one on the list is Free Guy.
Yeah.
What'd you think about Free Guy, man? Non-spoiler talk.
This movie wasn't fine. I mean, it wasn't fine. It wasn't bad, right? It was fine. It was like for families, but it's that whole kind of like family kind of like, what is it? Family kind of like trendy type humor. If that makes sense. And it's kind of like that Ryan Reynolds type humor.
Very Ryan Reynoldsy.
But I'm getting kind of tired of, in a way, like just he's doing it to Deadpool in a sense.
Yeah, that Deadpool as well. Detective Pikachu.
Yeah.
All those characters basically. He kind of plays
the same character.
Yeah, he kind of plays the same character. But for me personally, I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it a lot. I was very surprised about how much I enjoyed it. I love Jodie Comer, so that's one reason why I enjoyed it so much. Jodie Comer is she acts in a series called Killing Eve, and she is the villain in that series, and she does such an amazing job. And to see her do this, and act in this film with such a different persona, so much of a different characteristic. It was interesting. It was intriguing. So, Free Guy, it surprised me. I enjoy Lil Rel Howery. He was great in it. Ryan Reynolds, I thought he did his thing. Channing Tatum cameo was hilarious. I thought that was so funny. It was just so many things about the film that I enjoyed, and I was just quite surprised about. I remember a few months back, maybe it might have been 2020. We did a trailer reactions for it, and I was just like, I wasn't feeling it. I was just like, this looks so like, why do we need this? It felt like, why did we need this type of film? But it surprised me, and I enjoyed it.
It's a bit of an original story, right? But it is kind of riffing off and stuff, some stories that some movies we actually recently seen. But it's fine. It kind of felt like Ready Player One a little bit. It was Ready Player One.
Yeah, it kind of felt like Ready Player One in a lot of aspects, but I don't know. It felt like a little bit more, maybe a little bit more down to earth in a sense.
A bit,
I felt like Ready Player One was a little bit everywhere, like every which way. I love the film. I love Ready Player One. Maybe I just like this genre of film, like the gaming aspect. Maybe I just enjoy that. That's why I like these movies. But Talking Cobra Kai says, I watched Karate Kid 1 when I was very young. Then in 2018, when it came out, I checked it out just because it looked interesting. After that, I went on a whole Karate Kid binge because I love season 1. And that was that. That's why Talking Cobra Kai enjoys Cobra Kai so much. And that's awesome.
Now, where do you saw it for like the marketing for it? Because it was on YouTube.
Yeah, like I don't even know how I heard about it.
I don't remember people talk. I remember some YouTubers talking about it like by the 2nd or 3rd season.
Yeah,
but no, I never heard what Cobra Kai is.
Yeah, Tony says the title seems interesting, even know the link script sounded a little bit weird.
Script got leaked already.
Oh, for Resurrection.
Yeah,
Resurrections, plural. Honestly, don't care for a Black Canary spinoff movie. Yeah, I'm gonna watch it, but it's not the one that I'm that excited about. Free Guy looks like a fun movie. It was fun. Thought it was pretty fun. Stranger Boy says my favorite video game movie will always be Mortal Kombat 1995. I actually watched Mortal Kombat Annihilation last night for the first time. Terrible movie.
I don't have one because I'll be honest, every video game movie sucks for some odd reason.
Really?
To me, they do. Like, I enjoyed Mortal Kombat this year.
Mm-hmm.
It's not a good movie though. Like, it's a bad movie, but it's a pretty decent Mortal Kombat movie.
It was fun enough.
Do you consider Sonic the Hedgehog a video game movie? Yeah,
that's a video game movie for sure.
Yeah. I don't know. Just they can't nail it with any of these movies. Sad to see Uncharted, but even that has some kind of things that fans are not liking, right?
Yeah, true.
So
I don't know. Hopefully Uncharted is a pretty good film because that's my favorite video game series of all time. So hopefully it's good. Tony says, I really enjoy Free Guy a lot. I had a lot of fun with it, and it will be interesting to see where they go with the sequel. Yeah, they got they didn't get confirmed for a sequel, but they said Disney wants a sequel for Free Guy. So
and it did good in the box office too.
It did good in the box office. Pandemic numbers, wise, it did good. Wreck-It Ralph was a masterpiece. Wreck-It Ralph, I enjoy Wreck-It Ralph, but it was a video game movie, but it wasn't based on a pre-existing video game. So I don't know.
It had the surroundings of a video game movie, but not like
for sure
video game.
Kind of like Scott Pilgrim. Like it had the surroundings of a video game movie, but like there was no video game that it was based on.
Right.
It was based on a comic. So I don't know. But yeah, so Free Guy, I enjoyed a lot. Matt didn't care for that much. What would you give it out of 5 stars?
Probably like a 3 stars. It was solid, right? It was nice.
Okay.
It was kind of just basic to me. Basic, right? Like what was Taika Waititi's character? He was just,
his character was like probably would lower my score a little bit because of the writing of the character. But I still love Taika. I still love Taika. It's just like that character was a little bit much at times.
Yeah.
But yeah, without getting into spoilers.
Right.
So moving on to the next film that I saw. I don't know if you saw this film, Matt, but it's called The Nighthouse.
I actually was meaning to watch this, but I'm not gonna watch it, in theaters. I'll probably wait until it comes out.
Okay.
Or less, I'd love to hear your thoughts on this one.
Yo, I'm not gonna spoil it, but like this was one of the best movies of the year, in my opinion. One of the biggest surprises, I will say. It was very intense, and it wasn't like extremely scary in the sense of like what was happening on screen. It was like basically like the scary part of the film was more of like what happens behind, like off screen. I don't know if that makes sense, but like it's more in like psychological. It's more psychological than what you see on screen. If that, I don't know if that makes sense enough, but I
get
don't want to spoil what happens. So that's like me kind of tiptoeing around what happens in the film.
Right.
But it is definitely very intense. A film that I wasn't expecting to be as intriguing as it was. So if you haven't seen Nighthouse and you're into, you know, kind of creepy, eerie, scary films, check this one out. Somebody in the chat. The first Wreck-It Ralph I loved. Nice. I really enjoyed both Wreck-It Ralph films. The first one is better, but I like both Wreck-It Ralph films. The next film, non-spoiler talk, is Coda, Children of Deaf Adults. I enjoyed this film a lot. Very heartwarming. An Apple TV original film. It did well at Sundance this year. It was a winner of a lot of awards there. So it's basically a film about this girl. She's trying to live her life, and she, you know, has normal hearing, but the rest of her family does not. Very heartwarming film. I don't know a lot about the deaf community, so I can't speak from, you know, inside that community, but from the outside looking in, I really enjoyed it. I thought it was a pretty good representation of that group of people. So, you know, that's just the outside looking in. But yes, I did enjoy Coda. You haven't seen it, right?
Nah.
Okay.
I'll probably get to this one and the other one, especially the Nighthouse. I'll get to that one.
Check that one out. Yeah, this one is more like kind of family oriented. So like if you're into a family film, if you want to, you know, throw something on with your family, this one is a good one. Respect is the next one. The Aretha Franklin biopic. It was decent. I enjoyed it for the most part. Some of the writing was a little off. I think I would have liked to see them dive into her, you know, thoughts and
that's,
you know, kind of her depth.
Yeah, that's the reason I can't get into biopics. I haven't seen this one. I can't get into biopics because I feel like half the time they're not telling me the truth.
Yeah, like either not telling the truth or like kind of showing around what really needs to be focused on. Right. You know, they focused on the music a lot, and that's I enjoyed that, but like I wanted to see more of like her life and, you know, really what she went through. Like they showed some of that, but like they didn't go through, you know, like her thoughts about it. Her, you know, me and my wife were talking about it. Like if she was writing things down in a diary, like just kind of like getting her thoughts out and how she felt about things would have been very interesting. But the vocals from Jennifer Hudson, I love like musical films and films revolving music. So this one really gave us some, you know, Aretha Franklin music. If you're a fan of Aretha Franklin's music, you will love this film. You will love the musical aspects of this film. So I recommend it, but I will say that it is lacking in the writing department. Yeah, moving on to the next film, The Protege. And this one I checked out last weekend, and I didn't realize that people didn't really like this movie, but I really, really enjoyed it. It has Michael Keaton, it has Samuel L. Jackson, and Maggie Q, which stars in a film or a series that I used to watch called Nikita. And I really, really enjoyed this film. I thought the action was great. The story was, it wasn't perfect, but it was decent enough. And seeing Michael Keaton back on screen, you know, kicking butt and taking names, you know, it just was like a action, fun, kind of a dad film. Like your dads are gonna love this film because it's just like kind of action packed.
It looked generic to me. I kind of
the trailer looked a little generic, but you know, I really enjoyed this actress. I think that's one reason that I enjoyed it so much, because I did follow her on a particular series, but I enjoyed it for the most part. I enjoyed it a lot. So moving on to the next film, The Suicide Squad. We did a whole spoiler talk review over Suicide Squad, but give us some like brief thoughts, non-spoiler, you know, talk.
Oh yeah, this movie still holds up.
Have you rewatched it since we did our spoiler talk?
No, I haven't.
Okay,
no, I haven't.
Me either.
But man, this movie came out beginning of this month, and we're about to end this month.
Yeah,
that's insane, bro. Like, what's going on?
The time is flying.
But no, this movie was great. Loved it. Just everything about it just works. The characters work. I think that's the biggest point of this movie is, characters like Bloodsport and Peacemaker. Who are they, right? But James Gunn makes it work, and the actors make these characters. Overall, this was a great comic book movie.
Very true. I agree wholeheartedly. I think the main issue with the first film, the David Ayer film, it was the characters weren't portrayed in the way that they should have been. They didn't get equal screen time. They didn't get equal depth. The villain was kind of meh. And, most people would say that the villain was terrible. But, I don't hate the first Suicide Squad. I just think it's definitely lesser than this one. James Gunn knew what he was doing. He took his time with it, and he made a great comic book film. So that's all I'm going to say about that. And moving on to the next film, Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings. Give us a little bit of, non-spoiler, thoughts. Your non-spoiler thoughts.
Yeah, I actually got a chance to watch this in a fan screening, which was awesome. Love to, of course, do those, get my review out early. And this overall, I always say is this is a solid origin film. It's not the best origin film, but I think, I think some people would say it's the best origin film in the MCU. It's to me better than Doctor Strange, better than Ant-Man. Okay. Not better. It does some elements that are, to me, better than Black Panther, right? This movie, I would say this. I compare it to Black Panther and Thor with that martial arts,
spin on it.
And the action scenes are great. I love the action scenes.
Yeah. Okay. I'm getting my hype level a little bit higher. I was not previously excited for this film at all, but I'm getting some, some things on my radar that are saying that the film is good. And I have yet to hear anything negative about the film. I know that you have, you said that it's not the best of all of them, but you don't really have a lot of negative things to say about it. So
not a lot. But I will say, some people might find this like the best one. I can see why people are saying that this could be potentially be the best one. Okay. It won't be. It won't be the best. The best origin film in the MCU has to be Iron Man, in my opinion.
Okay. Sticking with the classic.
I gotta stick with that one.
Okay. Sweet. So I haven't seen the film, obviously, but I am gonna check it out when it releases September 3rd. And we're going, me and a few other folks are going to be on Matt's channel. We're going to be talking about the film and getting into spoilers and spoiler talk. So I think that's the 6th of September, right?
6, yeah.
So if you guys are interested, stay tuned to Basic Entertainment, and we'll be on that. So last but not least, for the non-spoiler talk, what if? Are you enjoying this series so far? We got 3 episodes so far. Are you enjoying the series? How are you feeling about it?
Yeah, the show is fine, but it does kind of feel like sometimes they are sticking stuff on the wall and see if it works or not. In a way, like I said, less pressure on the show. The show is just a bunch of concepts that they throw out there, and you got the T'Challa episode. They put some respect on T'Challa. They don't put respect on a different character, right? A certain other character, right? But this recent episode, insane, but it still keeps it still keeps like that kind of trueness to the character behind it, in a way. But yeah, the show is fine. That first episode was kind of garbage, if I'm being honest. Like it was really just the first Avenger, but let's put Peggy Carter there. And it was kind of a rehash. Events change, right? But it didn't change enough.
You didn't feel like it changed enough.
It didn't feel like it didn't feel like it changed enough.
I could see that. I think they kind of wanted to dip your toes in the water before you really got to swimming with the series, because that episode 2 changed everything.
Yeah, and I think some what ifs are gonna be better than most. right? Some what ifs are the concepts of it just works better than other concepts.
I can see that.
I cannot wait for the zombie ones. That's the most interesting one.
I feel like that's gonna come later in the season.
Yeah.
Or is that one? Okay, yeah. So I don't think they're giving the concept, the descriptions of each episode.
They already did.
They gave the description of every episode. Oh, some leaks. Okay, not official.
Not official, but
it's some leaks. Okay, got you. So what if I have been doing what if the reactions on my channel, and it's been pretty interesting. The first 2 episodes, I enjoyed the first episode. I didn't feel like it was garbage. I do agree with you that it wasn't a lot changed, but I enjoyed the action in this film or in this series. Like I really enjoyed the action in this series, and something about the animation I cannot really
the animation is growing on me a little bit.
The animation is growing on me in the aspect of the action.
Yeah.
But like the dialogue and like when they're not, doing anything with motion, it kind of feels a little off. Yeah, especially like when they're talking and like you see their lips moving. It just it doesn't click with me.
And it kills it when the voice actors are not returning.
Yeah.
It ruins it a little bit.
It ruins it a little bit, but overall the series is like you said, it's fine. I agree. It's a fine show. This last episode I enjoyed a lot though.
Yeah.
I gave it a B, a solid B. So the first 2 episodes are around C-ish. But yeah, like you said, second episode they put some respect on T'Challa's name and they really gave him a personality. I feel like in the Black Panther film they didn't give him as much of a personality. And Michael B. Jordan kind of overshadowed Chadwick a little bit in the film, but that's a topic for another time.
Right.
So moving on, I think that's it for our spoiler talk or non-spoiler talk. And now we're going to get into anticipated films for September and the rest of the year. What are you excited to check out in September, man?
Wait, what's coming out in September? Is Dune coming out in September? Is that a September drop?
No, I don't think. I think that's October.
October is gonna be stacked.
Yeah, dude, October is stacked. October is stacked. Here, let me look this up.
Yeah.
2021. All right, let's see. We got there's a film by Clint Eastwood, Cry Macho. We got The Eyes of Tammy Faye. We have Malignant. What else do we have here?
So nothing.
So nothing. I don't know. I'm why are they not
that Malignant movie is James Wan, right?
I think so. Yeah, it's James Wan.
I might check it out.
Yeah, so September, I think it's gonna be kind of slow for films.
Yeah.
But yeah, like now my computer is acting really slow. But yeah, so anyway, I am excited for Shang-Chi. I got my hype level a little bit higher for that. Tomorrow I'm going to see Candyman, so I'm pumped for that. I enjoyed the first one a lot. I saw it for the first time last year, so Candyman I'm very excited for. But that's the end of August. So October, what are you pumped for, man?
I think Dune. I'm excited for Dune. Like, wow.
Dune. Okay, I'm trying to get my anticipation higher for Dune. I'm not.
I have my expectations low. You know what?
Okay.
I'm going in low.
Okay.
I think it helps out when you have your expectations low.
For sure.
Majority of times.
For sure it does.
So I want to get my brain just blown off when I watch it. Now I don't even know what I'm going into.
Nice. Yeah, I haven't seen any trailers for it, so I'm gonna go in there blind.
Now I asked the question here. Of course,
Mm-hmm.
you watching watching movies in movie theaters. I'm pretty sure that Dune trailer pops up. What do? Do you just cover your eyes, put some headphones on, like?
Yeah, I don't cover my eyes.
What's the trick?
I either get like on my phone or like I try to like wait maybe like 20 minutes before I go into the theater. So like I try to get there like 20 minutes late because I know the previews last for about 20 to 30 minutes. So I try to get there a little bit later. But sometimes I miss like a little bit of the movie. Like the Nighthouse, I was maybe like 5 minutes late. And I was like, dang, I should have timed it a little bit better. But yeah, so like I go in there a little bit later than usual. I don't usually go in at the exact start time. But yeah, so I've been trying to like dodge these trailers, but like sometimes it's kind of inevitable. Like sometimes I get there, and there's trailers playing, and I want to see them. I want to look up, but like I also don't want to get spoiled. And also, like, I might want to do a trailer reaction on my channel. So that's, kind of the issue there. But yeah, I'm excited for Halloween Kills. Halloween Kills comes out the same day as Venom, Let There Be Carnage. But yeah, so I'm going to check that out. Another film in October, No Time to Die. I'm going to watch that.
That's still coming out.
That's still coming out. No Time to Die is coming out. So yeah, it's a pretty stacked month. October is, so we're gonna get a little bit of a breather in September, but then we're going ham in October. So I'm excited for that. But yeah, so last but not least, recent watches and recommendations. What have you been watching lately? TV shows, movies, that you can recommend?
Nothing.
You haven't been watching anything. You just been working.
I just been working. Of course, the mainstream stuff I'm watching, but nothing really to report on. That you never seen before. But what do you got going?
I just finished the series called The Sopranos that was pretty popular in the early 2000s.
Isn't that one movie coming? Is like a prequel?
Yes, that's coming out.
October.
I think that might be September.
Now,
like the end of September.
I asked this question. Do you feel like it's too late for a prequel of Sopranos?
It's kind of late, but like I said, people are banking on nostalgia. So like people that love The Sopranos, they're gonna get those tickets. They're gonna get those tickets. And I enjoy Sopranos a lot, but like there were a lot of flaws in the series that I won't get into too much, but like the writing style, like the character development, how they ended things, which is a huge issue in the Sopranos community.
What do you feel about the ending of the show?
The ending of the series was not necessarily satisfying, but like I kind of understand why they did what they did. Now there are some characters that they left off that I don't understand why they did what they did, but like the ending of everything, how they wrapped everything up, I kind of get it, but like it's not the most satisfying,
right,
at all. But that's a topic for another day. If you enjoy like mafia, mobster series, movies, check out Sopranos. Another film that I watched today, which is called The Lighthouse. I don't know if you heard of it, but it's an A24 film.
Oh yeah,
William Dafoe and Robert Pattinson. Have you seen that film? You don't like A24 films.
I'm starting not to like.
You don't like artsy. You don't like
it's too pretentious sometimes. I mean, I do enjoy some A24 films.
Okay.
But like Green Knight, and that Nighthouse.
I didn't even put Green Knight on our list because, bro, I did not care for that film at all.
That was a snooze fest.
It was. It really was. And like
Lighthouse has a little bit more stuff into it, right? Willem Dafoe, Robert Pattinson, they're insane in that movie, but what was Green Knight? Like, I don't understand.
Green Knight was very
metaphors and all that.
Very pretentious, in my opinion. Very style over substance.
Yeah.
But people loved it, man. They went crazy over it. It went crazy over the Green Knight, and I just am like, I don't understand. I don't make it make sense. Why you're going crazy over this movie?
I know there's a crowd for that, but I just like when A24 is kind of wacky and weird at times, just insane. The Lamb. I don't know when that's coming out, but I'm excited for that.
I'm excited for the Lamb, bro. I'm excited for Lamb.
That trailer was insane. Like
that trailer came on before the Green Knight, and
that was the first time watching it.
Bro, really? And that was the first time me watching it too. So, like, I saw the trailer, and then after the trailer ended, everybody in the theater started cracking up. Like it was hilarious, but it's so like intriguing. Like, what is this gonna be about? So I like when things get wacky and weird, but I also like when it makes sense in the end. Like, I feel like the Green Knight brought up so many questions and they didn't answer them. That's really the only issue that I have with the film. Like, if the metaphors meant something, if it had significance, I feel like I would have enjoyed it a lot more. Like if it would have like wrapped up, everything. Okay, he met the ghost lady for this reason. Okay, he met, he died for this reason. This is kind of like getting into spoilers for the Green Knight. Sorry, but like the giant naked ladies, like he met those people. They met those people for some reason. Like, Alicia Vikander was two different characters for some reason. Like, if they would have like laid it all out there at the end, I would have enjoyed it a lot more. But it was just too many questions not being answered, and like they kind of looked at you like, if you don't get it, you're stupid. And I hate those type of movies.
I hate when movies do that.
Yeah, like tell us what you're telling.
Yeah, it was just stuff in the screen, and you got to figure it out. If you don't figure it out, then
sucks for you, basically.
Sucks for you,
but people love it. People loved it. I've hardly see any ratings lower than like.
I've seen some. I've heard some podcasts. Not a fan. I mean,
I've heard some, but like
it's divided.
I feel like the majority loved it.
Really?
I feel like the majority loved it. I've looked on like Letterboxd, IMDb, because I'm confuzzled by this. Like, I was just so confused why people enjoy it so much. And I went in there and looked at reviews, and people are loving it, man. And maybe they
enjoy getting a nice little snooze in there, get it automatically. Someone was sleeping in my crowd. Like, I was walking by and bro was passed out, so I was like,
bro, I don't doubt it. Like, that's how it felt. It felt that way throughout pretty much the entire movie. Now, the first scene was decent, and the last scene was decent. But like,
some of the cinematography was great, though. I like the cinematography.
The visuals I thought the visuals were amazing. I thought the visuals were great. But like, if you don't have a story to match, like it brings it down a lot. I gave the film 3 out of 5 because I did enjoy the imagery. I enjoyed the visuals and things like that. But yeah, the story was lacking hard,
big time.
I even lowered after a while. I lowered my score to like 2.5 stars, but it's like in between 2.5 stars and 3 for me.
Right.
But you can't really give that on Letterboxd. But anyway, that is the end of my show. Do you have any extra news or anything else you want to talk about before we head out of here?
No, okay. I don't got anything. There's pretty much nothing to discuss. September or August was kind of a dry. It picked up by the end, but it was kind of dry overall. I feel like October is the month. October's the not only that, you got all those films, but we got DC Fandom that month. So we're gonna get a bunch of DC news. So that's gonna be great.
I'm excited for that.
But yeah.
Yeah. I feel you. It was kind of a dry month with news, but I did check out a lot of things, and I'm excited for a few things in the future. But yeah, so let everyone know where they can find you, my guy.
Oh yeah, of course. You guys can find me at Basic Entertainment. I am Math and Basic Entertainment. I pretty much do everything else that AJ and the great people in the channel, in the chat do. But I get the community involved. I get people in my shows and reviewing stuff, having great discussions, and at the end of the day, just having fun. AJ, thanks for inviting me, putting me in this channel at the last second. This was great. But yeah, man.
Bro, I thoroughly appreciate you, man, for stepping in and coming by the channel, because my guest, my original guest, was unable to be here. So man, you the man for that.
Yeah.
But yeah, as far as my channel, you're on my YouTube channel, AJREACTS2. You can find me on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Letterboxd, Twitch, TikTok, AJREACTS2 all across the board. And I do movie reactions, TV show, talk about TV, music, snacks, all kinds of stuff under the sun.
You're on season 6.
I'm
right?
on season 6. So just started, man.
I got a question. When does the season end?
For
AJ Reacts
for season 6.
Yeah.
It's kind of indefinite right now. I am going to let you guys know kind of when I'm going to take my next hiatus when I get closer to it. I don't really know at the moment. I'm just going to kind of wing it. At first I was doing 20 episodes for season 1, 40 episodes for season 2, and kind of so on and so forth. But, now I'm kind of getting more intricate with the, live streams and stuff like that. It's kind of hard to put a specific number on, how many episodes, how many videos I'm going to do. So I'm kind of playing it by ear right now.
Will the series finale be disappointing?
Series finale. Hopefully the series finale is not disappointing for AJREACTS2. I'm gonna make it big. I want to do more like watch alongs, more panels, right, and kind of just dive into things that I haven't dove into before. So yeah, it should be pretty interesting. It's gonna be fun, and I have more content, new content for you guys, and I appreciate you, man, for stopping by. And I'm AJ, and this is Matt, and thank you for stopping by, and we'll catch you next time.
Deuces. Bye.